honey, you need to leave me alone. I'm watching that gray-haired lady in her summer bathrobe. So please don't bother me for the next 10 minutes or so. You're going to watch her again? Yes, honey, I watch her every day with my coffee. Or my Creole brew. Gail, you'll have to tell me what that tastes like. I know Tammy drinks it, and I know that Marjorie drinks it. So you'll have to let me know. Anyway, welcome all my pickles, my snowflakes, my turtles. My name is Sarah. I practice a strict, disciplined keto. I still am fun, but I do take my keto program seriously. Why? Because I feel very lucky to be at maintenance. And maintenance takes some doing. You can't have the fantasy world, or at least I can't have the fantasy world of, wow, now I'm able to eat whatever I want. No, that's not the case. And somebody was asking me recently, what the difference is now on maintenance versus when I had some weight to lose. And nothing, really. My body just hit the I'm done losing place. And here I am, leaned out. I love that term. And so that's how I roll with my plan. I put my keto foods in every morning before I have my first bite. And it's often the same. And that's what keeps it nice and simple. And I never get tired of my tasty foods. I buy good quality things, organic veggies, grass-fed meat sometimes, not all the time. Although I was able to find a grass-fed chuck roast, and I turned that into my Mississippi beef stew yesterday, so we'll be having that. I froze half. Good little domestic dottie that I am, Betty Crocker, don't you know? And so yeah. Now, I have a question for you. I started thinking about this today. And, a lot of people love jumping ship. They love jumping into keto. They love jumping out of keto. They love going back to something that they thought worked before. They like coming back because they realized what worked before isn't working. Guess what? Your metabolism aged along the way, that these programs that you pay for might not necessarily have your scale number in their profits. They just want you to kind of like go along just enough. Hence the new, what's it called? Freestyle program at Weight Watchers. Lots of carbs, free foods that aren't free, as those of us who have done and chose keto as a lifestyle can attest to. There's nothing free at Weight Watchers. It's all calculated. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so bitter, cynical, and jaded about them. Oh, all right. Anyway, that's not the topic I have in mind today. What is really what happens when you quit a program and you say, I'm leaving keto because it doesn't work for me? Really? Okay. Did you try to work keto, or did you just give it a 1-week shot and it didn't fulfill all of your dreams and fantasies, like some of those stations that you've listened to or channels that you've listened to where it seems to have worked for them? Why isn't it working for you? Are you ketofying your foods right out of the gate? Oh, I simply must find a keto bread and it's day 4 of your keto program. No, you can do it if you want, but you'll never find that sort of suggestion here on Pearls of Wisdom and Food. I don't believe in ketofying foods. They got me into trouble with the real deal, the real grains and the real sugars. So they're going to get me into trouble this way too. And as many of you can say, you've bought some of the same products that I've bought and spent a lot of money on them only to have like one taste. When you saw it on Pinterest and they did a little video of it and showed it all nice and rich and gooey and tasty, but it doesn't taste that way. It doesn't taste the way the fantasy of the old food tastes. So you gave it a few days and you said, I'm quitting it. Yeah, you are quitting it because you didn't give keto a chance. Keto is not overnight. The non-scale victories and the scale victories take a while. And there's still hills and valleys, not mountains, not Alps, and then plunging into this, fjord all the way to the bottom. It's not that way, but your body has to adjust. After all, if you've been having the standard American diet for all your years, and if you're over 50 or over 60 or even over 70, you've had decades of your body trying to adjust to these foreign, so to speak, foods. Franken foods, not even real. They come from a laboratory someplace, mixed with white, highly processed flour with the fake oils added to them, the chemical oils, the chemicals that make it taste like something that you used to have, but it's nowhere near the real deal. And your body is so used to those sort of things as being, this is what normal tastes like. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while to change your palate. When your palate changes, my palate changed. My palate went from sweet, salty, fake tasting foods. I was kind of like addicted to them. That white flour, fat, and table salt type of binge item into, I'm going to get excited about having macadamia nut oil on my baby spinach and arugula. You're kidding me, Sarah. You've got to be kidding me. I am not getting used to this sort of stuff. You're crazy. It doesn't work for me. I'm going to go back and buy my bottled salad dressings and my iceberg mix that's been gassed from here to the Mideast and back in a bag. And I'm going to just, lose all those pounds again. And then I can go back to putting croutons on that monster thing that you think is a real salad and it's not. Those sort of things. No. If you're thinking that keto's not working for you, really take a step back and say, what part of my investment is not working? What part of me is stepping back and saying, okay, you do it for me? Other programs might spoon feed you, by meaning they come pre-portioned and measured and chemicalized and all that kind of stuff. Look at me. You'd think I was tasting mustard or mayonnaise. And no, keto is going to take an investment in time. It's going to. And if you're making it your lifestyle, because you did say that at the beginning, didn't you? Didn't you say you'd do anything this time? Yeah, I remember you saying anything this time. And now after like a couple of weeks, you're stepping back because you didn't get what you thought you deserved. But what did you put into it? Did you track? Did you get like the chronometer and put your food in and see what those minerals and vitamins were all about and try to at least hit the mark of 100% every single day? Did you work on shaving your carbs so you're way down? You don't even need one carb. The human body doesn't need one carb. But I count my carbs as total. And when I have a salad, it's either all lettuces or sometimes I put things in it. But I count all those carbs, total carbs. Why? Because that's how I roll. And all those doctors that say vegetables are unlimited, well, I'll show you somebody that weighed 20 more pounds than I weigh today because I thought of vegetables as unlimited and I had vegetables as unlimited. They do add up in carbs. And so if you have just 20 carbs total to spend, it doesn't mean 2 Quest bars and no vegetables whatsoever. It doesn't. It also, the way that I do my food plan, it also doesn't mean you're having diet sodas, thinking of them as a better bad choice. It's not a better bad choice. Read the label. Do you really want to keep putting those things into your body? I love my sparkling, and in fact, when I have flat, to me, it's like as an alcoholic in recovery, it's like a flat beer. I need the bubbles. So I buy sparkling, unflavored waters, and I have salts on my tongue before I take my first sip, and I buy the waters that have the minerals in them. Sometimes they're $2 a bottle. Oh, well, I'm not going to the store and spending all that money on all those things to ketofy my foods or spending all that money on these prepackaged diet foods that, guarantee a certain weight loss in a certain amount of time or your money refunded. How about your health? Will your health be refunded? I don't think so. So if you're thinking of giving up on keto because you've given it an hour and a half, and I'm being very cynical and sarcastic and facetious, if you're thinking of giving up keto, think what you put into it. It's the food plan that's scientific, actually, and your efforts at working it, okay? It's not just this food plan and you pour a salad into a bowl, you pour some dressing on it. It's like diet dressing, so that doesn't count, so I don't have to put that in. And I'm not putting in the lettuces that I'm having, or the tomatoes, or the onions, or any other carby vegetable that we used to think was free. It's not. And then you're having a turkey burger that is like, fat-free or 93.7. So you're saying, well, why do I need to even track? I mean, this is like diet food. Ooh, everywhere. Yeah. And then you tell me to eat one meal a day because that's really going to kick it in. That intermittent fasting is really the order of the day for female and male, but mostly female metabolisms that are sluggish or not even working. If you're coming from the standard American diet way of living, you might have to adjust this attitude, not to mention what's in your grocery cart. But you got to work on up here first, because you can't come in with a Weight Watcher, Jenny Craig, Octavia mentality. It's just simply not going to work on your food plan. It's not. It's a whole different thing. High fats, moderate protein, and low to no carbs. And you see a lot of people doing no carbs, zero carbs in a carnivore food plan. And for some of them, that works. I'm a food addict, so I want my food every day. I have one meal a day. It's between 3 and 4 p.m. It's usually a great big green leafy salad and a little piece of protein, like a tenderloin steak, like a pork chop, like a burger, or sometimes I make a taco salad and I put the avocado oil around that. So it's really, it's a bowl of salad. It's like my big A salad, except it's got burger that's been seasoned with all those kind of seasonings. So that's how I roll. I give keto a chance. I'm really strongly suggesting you give keto a chance because it will work. Maybe not for, 100% of the people out there, but for 99 out of 100, you need to give it a really fair amount of time. Let the benefits come through. Don't be stuck on you're so entitled that it should work for you after a week. It's not that way. It's a lifestyle, not a diet until, okay? So really give it a chance. Don't forget your electrolytes, and I will see you the next time. This has been Sarah in a partial Smackdown. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.